What's up, guys? It's your boy Pete. Welcome back to Plantnwitpete. Now, if you're new here, this channel consists of almost everything houseplant related. If that tickles your fancy, hit that subscribe button, sit back, and enjoy the video. Alright guys, on today's video, we are going over the pros and cons of having your own grow space. Well, let's go greenhouse. After what month are we in? Is this July? Yeah. Yep, July. After, what are we, 7 months in, I've noticed a lot of pros and cons, just having your own grow space. For the most part, to be honest with you, there's like nothing wrong with it. But there are a lot of cons that come along with having your own grow space compared to, basically in the house. A lot of you guys do, collect your plants inside of your home, which is nothing is wrong with that at all. But me personally, yeah, after having a greenhouse, I definitely prefer the greenhouse. But like I said, there are cons that come along with it. So today we're just going to cover simply the pros and cons of having a greenhouse, or basically the plants are in your home. Now we're going to start to have a list here, you guys, because I had to compose a list, because when I was thinking about this a couple of days ago, I was like, well, somebody had asked me, is it better, your plants being out here compared, out in the open and things of that such. I'm like, well, there are pros and cons on that end, but all in all, I do love it out here. But let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Now, the first one I have is access. As I just said, a lot of you guys keep your plants in your house, and there's nothing wrong with that. Your access is a lot easier than mine, even though I can access my greenhouse, if you know what I mean. But if we're talking tornadoes, earthquake, lions, tigers, and bears, swarm of bees, attacked by fish, I cannot safely come out here to my greenhouse and check on my plants and things and such, compared to inside of your home, when you can just walk in the door, or if you're already in your house, when lions and tigers and bears come out, you still can check on your plants, compared to out here. We know it rains, we know it snows, it hurricanes, it tornadoes. What else do the earth has? Heat, things of that such. We know we have those, but we don't get snow. We get snow like every 4 years or 7 years or something like that. But rain, oh no, it'll rain so hard to the point, where you can't see, and there's no point of me coming out here, which I just said is a con. Me coming out here, checking on my plants, now I'm soaking wet, probably end up with the cold or flu or something, and it's a lot. So on that aspect, access definitely would go towards the, I won't say homebody, but it goes towards the plants that are in the home. Again, you can just walk in your house and there they are. You can check on them. You can see them every day. That's another thing, seeing your plants every day. I know a lot of people do have plant burnouts. This is a great way to not be able to get that burnout. I've never had a burnout. I don't think I ever will, simply because plants are my life. If I stop doing what I'm doing, then I don't know, all hell breaks loose and I feel discombobulated. I don't feel connected to me personally. So being able to see your plants in the home, again, it does come with that burnout, because you're constantly looking at them, you're constantly checking on them. A good 9 out of 10, you're constantly finding things that are wrong with your plants. So other than that, yeah, access to your home, to your plants in the home, is a lot better than access out here. Again, even though I can walk out here and check on my plants with no problem. But as I said before, you guys, that burnout is something serious. at least that I've been witnessing, you know, with some other YouTubers as well, and even some other just non-YouTubers like Instagram people. We have conversations and things of that such, and they do get burnouts. And again, all of those people literally have their plants in their home, which again, there's nothing wrong with it. You can enjoy them a lot more than the normal person, which will jump us to the next point, again, which is enjoyment. Your plants are in the home, you definitely can enjoy those compared to what is out here. If I would like to enjoy my plants the way I want to, I would have to come out here even more often than I am now, or, you know, transfer my plants to the home, which I can't do that because, as you can see, first off, I'm a Calathea, Maranta, Gopersia, prayer plant, Sinanthe, whatever, that family lover. There's no way in hell that they will survive inside a central heat and air house. Yeah, if you have central heat and air, If you have central heat and air, you guys, then you should know that once your unit turns on, it sucks the air in, it sucks all the moisture in, and it takes it clean out. I mean, it pulls the air in and, you know, circulates and compresses into cold air. But on the outside of your actual unit, it leaks water. Just like a window unit, it leaks water. It is pulling the air and the moisture out. It's pulling the moisture out of the air. And my plants will not survive in there. Like, trust me, I've tried. It's like that Maranta, you guys may have seen already that I forgot to water. I always say I forgot to water. I never forget to water. Let's say I didn't water, all right? Because you can't forget. You know, that's just like you saying, oh, I forgot to feed my child today. No, you didn't feed your child today. That's all that was. But yeah, they wouldn't survive. You know, I do have some Calatheas, like, I'm pretty sure you've seen that video where I cleaned out maybe a good odd 9 to 13 plants, something like that. That's another point that I definitely need to get to before it starts. Yeah, they won't survive in there, and I really definitely couldn't enjoy them in there because they're stressed. They're not healthy. I'm pretty sure they're going to be pest prone because they're not healthy and happy, and they're not getting the things that they need. So on that aspect, enjoyment, I would definitely have to come out here, basically take it all in at once. We're talking literally everything comes in at once. That's why sometimes, you guys, you'll see me on my videos and I'll be looking around. Just like when I got in here, I looked around this time before I turned the camera on, so I wouldn't be, you know, looking downward. But I did find, like, my Hoyas are just Hoya-ing, and I mean, they're just loving this high humidity. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm fixing the vine around this post. They're literally taking off. They're loving this humidity. It's like, yeah, the sun has not been out, and God knows how long. I'm loving it. But yeah, guys, enjoyment when it comes to the plants. If they're definitely in the home, you definitely can walk in. People can see, oh my God, look at this plant. Look how beautiful it is. What type of plant is this? Where did you get it from? Well, how old is it? That is a huge leaf. Things of that such, and you know, it comes with a full backstory, you know, of each plant. So enjoyment, I would definitely have to give it to the house again, simply because you walk in the door, they're there, spread it out, or however you have your plants situated in your home, they are there. I did love that at my old place, but once you get this, there's no turning back, you guys. But all in all, as I said before, the enjoyment definitely goes to the house or the home. Watering, oh my. A lot of these points will go towards the home, okay? I love my babies dearly. I love them. But the watering situation when it comes to a greenhouse is just, there's no words for it, all right? At this point, I can make up words that'll make it sound good, but there's no words for this, simply because of you can't control Mother Nature. Like, you cannot control Mother Nature at all. So if it's 3,000 degrees outside, it's 50,000 degrees inside of here, which means that your soil, your substrate, your pond water, your sphagnum moss, your soil, whatever substrate you're using is going to evaporate. The water is going to evaporate quick, and I mean, like, we're talking within a day. All right, that's how bad it was. Is rather within a day. And again, this is my first year. We're only 7 months in. This is my first year going through summer in here, and trust me, come next year, I'm prepared. Definitely prepared. Watering again, it's like now. It has not. The sun has not. Well, she's peaked. I won't say she hasn't been out, but she's peaked a little while, give or take 30 to 45 minutes at a time. But it's cloudy and it's been raining. And we'll get on that, but I had to upgrade my water barrel, but we'll get to that. That's a whole nother video. But I've just been enjoying that, and honestly, I can put my finger down in any one of these here plants, and they are still freaking moist. All right. Now sometimes I do get my little sprayer here, and I do what I need to do. That's just basically topping them off. Even my extra unnecessary thirsty plants don't need any water at this point. Like, my thirstiest plant is my Domino. Is it Dalmatian? It might be Domino Peace Lily, you guys, that sits up here in the corner. That is, if you have a Peace Lily, there's some like water hogs, but I have not had to put water on her in about a week, and I'm like loving it. But I know for a fact eventually it's going to stop raining, but I think we are in the raining season, if I'm not mistaken. We're like towards the end of summer-ish, like pushing up on, not spring, fall. So yeah, it definitely rains here in Georgia a lot, which is why we do get like floods, not like a flash flood, but shut the road down, kind of shut the city down. Water is like, now we haven't had any one of those floods since like 94 or 96. Oh Lord, I'm telling my age. But we haven't had anything of that nature in a long time, and I'm ranting at this point. But you know, the water was off. Guys, there was like trash cans floating down the street with trash in them. That's how powerful the water and the... Anyway, guys, long story short, when the sun is not out and it's not 1,012 degrees, I don't have to water as often. But when it is, I have to water literally every day. And if I don't, you've seen the videos, they just plummet fairly quick. And another reason why is simply, you know, my substrate. My babies or my go-tos, which like my philodendrons. Let's make sure, yes, all philodendrons. And I don't even know why I'm checking. I'm sure all philodendrons are are grown inside of my sphagnum moss mix, which is perfectly fine with me. It's just that, as I said, when they get extra hot in here, watering, I definitely have to keep up on. If not, they dry out. I risk root rot-ish. But again, these plants, I've learned, they bounce back. Even if I give them root rot and sphagnum moss, they bounce back literally, because they have the things that they need in here to bounce back and start to grow. Like, I can literally name 5 plants off top that I know for a fact I've root rotted, didn't repot them or anything. I just left them alone. Took off again. So now when we're talking inside of a home, watering again is a lot different, because of there's no 300 degrees weather, there's no sun beaming on them, there's no heat. And well, again, I have central heat and air, so I'm not sitting in the house 80, 90, 70, even 75 degrees in the house. It's usually the air is on, you know, and again, that leads, like I said before, pulling the moisture and humidity out of the air, and it's just downhill from there. Depending on the plant, it goes downhill from there, especially like high humidity is not going to work. But watering in your home is a lot easier. I do notice that watching other influencers, when they're watering their plants in their home, you don't hear them say, well, this is like my 4th time watering this week, or my 5th time watering this week. No, it's like maybe once a week or maybe twice a week, if that. And I'm pretty sure if they're watering twice a week. They probably have a very airy soil mix, or they have a very, very thirsty plant. So watering goes to the home, all right? Again, I love my babies, but if I'm out here watering almost every day of the week, it's not stressful, but, you know, I just want to walk in here some days and be like, not, oh my God, you need water. And then if I find one that needs water, there's usually about 3 or 4 more that needs water in that aspect as well. So again, water goes directly to the home. Let's go with insects. No one wins. No one wins when it comes to insects. There are any pros of having a greenhouse or plants in your home when it comes to insects. Insects don't give a flying fuck who you are, what you look like, what you ate for dinner, what you ate for lunch, if you're drinking Douce, none of those things. They do not care. An insect will find its way. It's like they have I don't know. I think of insects, I compare everything that is living to a human. You know, I would say living and breathing. I would say, well, things live and breathe. Oh my God. With some type of heartbeat. I don't know, a circulatory system. But anyway, I think of plants as like a human. Insects, I'm sorry, like a human. They can sniff. We smell stuff pretty good if you have a good nostril. We smell stuff pretty good, so I'm pretty sure they can smell them out. I've always wanted to dig a little bit further in the research, you know, how insects can find how can they detect a stressed out plant? You know, I can never understand that. It's like, do the plant give off a certain type of scent? You know, I need like a botanist, scientist type of person to help me out here. It's like, I don't know if they put off some type of scent to say, come eat me. Probably not come eat me, but I'm stressed. And that stress signal, pheromone scent thing is like in the air. And here come the insects. Again, I don't care if you have a greenhouse, green room, grow studio, grow space, whatever, grow closet, grow refrigerator, grow TV. Don't care. Insects will find their way in. Trust and believe me. Just like I've learned that most of the time when we get spider mites, it's usually on your clothing. Especially if you cannot buy a plant for 10 years, but if you're around your plants, if you've been like to a nursery or outside, rubbed against a tree in the grass, and there's spider mites on your clothes at this point, and then when you're coming in, they just fly and drift off and find a nice healthy plant and start sucking the shit out of it. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. You're not supposed to hate anything, but Lord knows I hate a spider mite. I really do. The damage is but as I was saying, you guys, there's no pros at all when it comes to insects. They get in your home. They get in your... Well, pause the brakes. You have a better chance, but there's still... I didn't have a better chance category, but there is a better chance for you to get rid of spider mites in high humidity, which is why now I've turned my humidifier back on, even though it gets up to 90-something degrees. So imagine, like yesterday, it was like 93% humidity and 93 degrees outside. It was like tick and tack. So at this point, if there's a spider mite, oh, you're dead. And I make sure I close the door to make sure there's a nice impact, because I'm so sick of spider mites. We talked about this little magnet girl right here, spider mite magnet. It's like, if I get spider mites or anything at this point, it came from her. And I have to have my fan on to circulate the air and things of such. So, yeah, there aren't any really pros when it comes to spider mites in the greenhouse and eradicating them, unless, again, you have crazy high humidity, which can definitely boil and kill them. So, I don't want to call that a con. It does not always necessarily work, okay? Because again, I've had 99% humidity and it's been like 98 degrees in here. Still, you know, there's spider mites. So I don't know, but it's way worse, I can tell you, in the home, because again, I'm out here sweating now, and if you're the type of person that loves to be in your house and it's highly humid, don't ask me to come over and spend no night. If I come over, we need some air conditioning, something to circulate, because there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to be comfortable inside of a home that is like crazy high humidity. Now, you know, 50-60% is not bad. There's still a little kick to it, especially if it's hot. There's still a little kick to it, but I can't do it, you guys. The humidity is like through the roof at that point. But yeah, I can't. That's a draw. Let's call it a draw on that for pros and cons. No one wins on that aspect because, yeah, nope. Yeah, that's just, yeah, when insects, yeah, not happening. But yeah, guys, there's no type of, we're in the middle, all right, on that aspect. We're definitely in the middle. I'm sitting trying to think and rack my brain a little bit to try to see, it's not happening. Nope. Humidity, let's get on humidity. Now, inside of the greenhouse, as I said before, the greenhouse wins, all right? Your greenhouse will always win when it comes to humidity, simply because it's made to trap, you know, a lot. Yes, it's made to keep in heat, warmth, and humidity. Water is the same thing as heat and warmth. It's made to keep those in, so definitely the greenhouse will win on that, hands down. Again, inside your home, there's no way in hell you're going to be comfortable 90%, 99 to 100% humidity in your home. Good luck, all right? Unless you're trying to lose weight and it's like you're making it into a sauna or something, or you're planning on passing out. No. Like my hydrometer here, it says 86 humidity now and 79 degrees outside. But if you look at these here numbers, you guys, 99% humidity, like, come on. Yeah, and that was a 93 that it's been the highest it got literally in the past 2 weeks or so. It's been raining, so I'm loving it. And as you can see, the low is 73, which was crazy because I got up this morning, it was 70 degrees outside. Yeah, but that 99 lets you know that the humidity is sky high. My plants love it. I'm gonna see, can I add a picture that probably is going to go on Instagram that I just took before I turn the camera on, of course, with my aerial roots from my Silver Lady Splash Syndapsis. One of them Syndapsis is silver something. All right, I know it's not the Exotica. I definitely know the Exotica, but when it comes to the other ones, it's some type of Exotica. But the aerial roots, I'm trying to find one that I can show you guys without. You probably won't be able to see that. But this is a Vikings. But anyway, you guys, the aerial roots they love it, okay? There are a lot, and I can, but I don't feel like pulling anything out of its place at this point. There are a lot of my plants that are enjoying the high humidity, which as soon as I get out of here, I'm already sweating. It's not as bad as it was before, but as soon as I get out of here, I'm definitely going to go and refill my humidifier and close the door. I probably don't even have to close the door, to be honest with you, because the humidity has went up actually since I opened the door. So still, I'm going to put some in there, and probably I would say a good, close the door at least about a third and leave like a good gap so I can get that fresh airflow, and you know. But anyway, humidity definitely goes to the greenhouse. There aren't any cons at all, except for if you're human coming in here, you won't be in here no more. I can guarantee you will not be in here no more than 5 minutes. This is like you go into like an extravagant, pretty big size, and I don't say industrial, yeah, greenhouse or nursery, and you notice they have those fans blasting and it's still hot and humid in there. Just imagine it didn't have the fans on, trying to pull all that out or pull it in to circulate it. It's still hot, so the humidity stays up. The plants love it. That is what I was telling you guys about. If I have root rot, I don't have to do anything to my plants, but make sure I don't water them as much, but they definitely bounce back. Like my green emerald, my red emerald has caught root rot, guys. I haven't told you, but it has caught root rot. I don't know how many times, but she's standing about 5 foot now. I've only lost one leaf, and that leaf came off because of it got what is it, molded, leaf mold or whatever, the Easter leaf, whatever. The leaf got burned once upon a time, and then that I never cut that piece off because it was fine. And eventually, once I moved them into a higher humidity situation, that leaf was not prepared, and it kind of, I should have cut it off, you guys, kind of like that there. I should have cut it off, which I will cut that off. That it only is there because if I do this, wait, not that. There it is. That tip of that leaf is hiding up under my tall golden goddess. Yep, philodendron right there. And then also she is covering her, so she gets no light. I was thinking, well, maybe this is one of the older leaves. Nope, it's not an older leaf. It's just one of the leaves that wasn't getting literally any light. And I think it was sitting inside, the tip of it was sitting inside of the pot, so that sphagnum moss was keeping the leaf moist, blase, blase, blase. But yeah, guys, other than that, it definitely goes to the greenhouse. Light, definitely would go to the greenhouse. Oh, let's call that a tie. Let's call that a tie. The pros inside of the greenhouse is that you have a constant supply of light, unless you don't pay a light bill, or somebody runs into a pole and the lights go out, or Mother Nature takes the lights out. Other than that, you have a constant, and I mean constant, supply of light. There's nothing that you need to worry about. This is why I was calling it a tie, because inside of your home, now this only is now this tie only works if this if is in place. That's if you have some bright, maybe south, well, you don't even have south-facing windows. You could have north-facing windows that still come in with bright light. It's just depending on your surroundings, if you have any trees in the way, shrubs, buildings, and things of that such. So if you have big open windows, bay windows, what are those windows called? The ones where like there's like a like a sofa embedded inside the windows. I forgot what they called. Some type of nook, maybe. No, that's a breakfast nook. Sorry about that, guys. Storage got full, but I honestly don't know where I left off at. Oh yeah, I don't know if that's called like a bay window. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you know what I'm talking about. It's like, it's kind of, I don't know how it's shaped, but I don't know. But anyway, if you have some bright windows that gives you good light, especially south facing, that can come in and penetrate like your whole entire room, like I do know some. What is her name? Crap, I forgot her name, you guys. But she has some nice windows and don't really have to worry about grow light because of how her house is built. I think she built it herself from the ground up. So of course she built it in mind, to keep in mind of her plants. So of course I do love that aspect. If you're a plant lover and you're trying to build your own house, the first thing you do is of course you build it how you want, but I would say secondly, keep your plants in mind. So if you want to keep them inside, have some nice windows, you guys. Nice windows will definitely work. In the aspect of, if we're digging into light, then of course the sun, there's nobody you need to go pay to keep the sun going, just like now I can hit my switch, which I probably could, and let some of what light is trying to come through, but I think I mentioned, some days I do, Well, when the sun is out, I keep the lights off, but I do open the door and I take advantage of that morning sun that comes clean up. Now, if those people across the street didn't have those trees, then I would definitely get a great mount, at least about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a good 5 to 6 hours of morning sun that would come in here before the noon hits. Of course, when it's noon, it's straight up. And at that point, there's no light that's coming in, and then it reverts and it shoots that way. So if we're talking about paying somebody, then that aspect would definitely go towards the sun, because of course, as I said before, you cannot pay the sun to shine, you know. But yeah, in here in the greenhouse, you definitely have a constant supply of light compared to your home when it's like cloudy right now and your plants are barely getting any sunlight, and then now they're stressing out. Some of them are dropping leaves, and you're freaking out at that point. So as long as we're not talking money wise, I would definitely say this one goes to the greenhouse. There's plenty, and I mean plenty, of pros of having a constant light supply, especially when the sun is acting, well, when it's not the sun technically, but when the clouds come and just say there's no sun for 3 months, then having your grow lights or grow situations where they can get light is definitely a plus inside of your greenhouse. Even inside of your home, if you're using your supplemental light, then of course that works as well. But if you're using natural light and the sun is covered, then we're in the world of trouble at that point. Now, the last point, you guys, that I do want to cover is plant growth. I personally would say that plant growth, let's think about this. Yes, it goes towards the greenhouse. The pros of that is you get crazy amount of growth, non-stop, year-round. It can be 3 degrees outside, but it's a whopping 80 degrees in here, 90% humidity. So these plants will grow year-round, and they still have that light source. You know, as the seasons change, the light, well, I don't know. I don't want to get into the science, and I don't want to sound crazy either. But you know, they say the days are longer. I don't know. I just think they just keep moving the time, which I think they did. They cut the daylight savings crap away, because that was just aggravating. And you have to get used to this. It's like jet lag for like a whole month, and it's horrible. But anyway, they still get the same amount of light that they normally get year round. Usually I do maybe 12 to 15 hours. And to be honest with you, some days if I don't feel like coming out here to hit my switch to cut everything off, they will stay on all night. But what I'll do is in the morning, I'll come out here, cut them off, and open the door, and then won't cut the light switch on until maybe about 4 o'clock. Well, I'll say about, that's a little too late. I'll say between 1 and 3 p.m. Then I will come out here and cut the light on, give them a little light before I come out and cut them off about 8 o'clock. So all in all, if I don't do that, I come out here in the mornings about 7. They'll stay on at least. I know I keep them on 12 hours. Sometimes I'll do up to 15, depending on what I'm doing that night. I might be in there eating late or watching a movie. Once I finish that and cleaning up and things, then I definitely come out here and cut them off. When I do cut my lights off, I don't do any type of wellness check. I wait till the morning, simply because I can spot more, even though a lot happens at night, especially insects and stuff move and all that stuff at night. But I have a better chance of seeing them during the daytime when there's extra light to work with, like this here sun. As you can see that it's peeping through here, which is going to make me hotter. Growth rate in your home, I would say it's full of cons to me. What was that? Even though plants do grow in your home just fine, a lot of you guys do have those IKEA grow thingamajiggers. That's technically a greenhouse, you know, so I don't count those as a inside plant or inside your home plant. We're talking about the plants that are like sitting on top of a nightstand or counter or in front of a TV. Well, not front, side of the TV. Things of that such that doesn't have any type of enclosure around it. Now those plants do grow, but they don't grow as... Alright guys, sorry about that. I just went ahead and switched out my SD card. She just kept cutting off on me. But the plants that are grown in the house, they don't seem to grow as quick as the plants out inside of your greenhouse, simply because we don't have that high humidity. Some of these plants in your home may not be up under a light supplement. They might just be, you know, looking forward to what sun that they can get. What else do we have besides the humidity, the light? That's probably about it. So, in warmth, it's, humidity is, I don't know how you can categorize humidity and warmth, but usually it don't get humid unless it's warm. So, in that aspect, yes, of course, it definitely goes to the greenhouse when it definitely comes to growth. I'm trying to think, because I do have like, they're not in the home. Well, I have some calatheas, which the ones you've seen that I did give away, well, not give away, but got rid of. They are located in the house, and of course they're going to suffer simply because there's not high humidity in there, and things of that such. But yeah, guys, that is it. Honestly, yeah, I think I covered all points. But yeah, I actually love this here grow space of mine. I have everything that I do need out here, you guys. If you don't have some type of greenhouse, even if it's like the small personal ones, do me a favor, you guys. Go and get you one. I'm telling you, your plants will love it. You will not regret it. If you're a sucker for area roots, how I am, especially when they turn white and they go to growing all over the place, it's the thing for you. You guys, get you a little humidifier to boost the humidity up. Some of you guys don't need it, simply because of the plants. And if it's warm in your home, then, you know, warmth and water does not mix, so there will be a lot of humidity in the air. But yeah, you guys, that is it here for today's video. I really hope this video, you guys, can help you get you a actual greenhouse, or again, get you one of those home small greenhouses, very affordable. Or do like I used to do and make my own makeshift greenhouse with just a rack and some clear shower curtains. That's how it all started for me. And my philodendrons, my calathea, Gopergia, prayer plants, and Nanthys, and even my Hoyas are loving the high humidity and the heat. So yeah, guys, get your greenhouse. And again, I hope this convinces you to do what you need to do, even if you have to get your humidifier for the house, something that can get your plants going and growing the way they need to be. But yeah, guys, that is it. Please do me a favor, hit that like button if you enjoyed. Also, comment down below. Let me know, do you have a greenhouse, or maybe you have your own grow room within your house? You know, your own room dedicated to plants. That definitely works too, but you definitely have to keep an eye on the humidity. Especially if you have like carpet and like the walls and the wood and stuff, because you would definitely accumulate mold, which stinks, which brings mildew, and it's not good. So try not to keep the humidity too high in your homes. But let me know if you have one down in the comment section below. Everything that I do use on the channel will be down in the description box below. Some of those do come with some discount code that can save you some coin as well. Make sure you subscribe, you guys, and make sure you hit that notification bell. This bell will keep you notified and let you know what's going on over here at Plantnwitpete. And that is it, you guys. I have 2 more videos to do before I fall out, but I'm definitely finna eat first. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Oh my God. Oh, we have so much to do.